There is a Northern Michigan family you may have never heard of, but you should know them. 7 Cheboygan brothers joined the military during World War II, risking so much for our freedom.
And now there is an effort to recognize that service. In this special report, Kevin Essebaggers and Corey Atkins introduce us to the Fenlon Brothers, family Patriots.
For better or for worse, they're known very well.
In a lonely field in Cheboygan County sits an old schoolhouse whose sibling students went on to make a big difference. And there's this home where a family's patriotic roots were planted. Archie, Edward, Johnny, Frank, Leonard, Patrick, Ray, and Robert, the Fenlon boys, and their 2 older sisters, Lillian and Mary Angela, were born between 1905 and 1922. Their great niece, Danielle Shea, says they left quite an impression on their hometown of Cheboygan.
They were very involved in the community, incredibly involved. They actually made up their own high school basketball team because of the ages they were all in high school, so they had all 5 players.
Their athletic skills eventually led them to the Washington, D.C. area, playing as a family team, appropriately named the Fenlon Brothers. Young men from northern Michigan, close-knit and thriving away from home. Then, America was attacked.
Well, actually, all 8 of them enlisted after Pearl Harbor, and 7 out of the 8 actually got called up. 2 of them went to the Navy, 2 went to the Air Force, and 3 went into the Army.
The Fenlon brothers, all of them volunteering to fight for freedom when their country needed them most. All but Frank were called to service.
When the time came, they all said, "My time to go."
I think it was within the family, I think it was just a given. Mom and Pa were always very patriotic people. If America was in trouble, that's what you were going to do.
And when you have 7, and I say again, 7 in one family go in, you can't do more than that.
You can see the issue with having so many from one family in the service during war. What if everything went wrong? A grim possibility.
One by one, they're being sent off, one by one. Archie was an MP in Arizona. Bud was in the northern states, I think in Maryland, at an Air Force base. Patrick was probably the one that saw the most combat. He was part of the 486th Bomb Group. He flew 35 missions and got a whole cluster of awards for them, the Air Medal and things like that for bombing Germany. Bob and Ray, which are the twins, they each ended up in Germany and crossed each other by a mile and missed each other. The one was in the 4th Infantry, so he was at the Battle of the Bulge and the surrendering of Germany.
Amazingly, every last one of the Fenlon brothers experienced the end of the war, all ending their service in one piece, something their mother back in Cheboygan prayed for constantly.
My grandmother just kept doing things day by day, praying for her kids, going to church every day, and not one of them got a scratch. Kind of works, I guess.
But for all the Fenlon family has done in Cheboygan and risked for their country, there's nothing to memorialize their lives. The family tried to get this bridge near the original family homestead named after the Fenlons back in the 1980s, and they were denied. Danielle is trying again.
Just to recognize these men, these 7 men, which is the highest number in Michigan and matches the highest number in the country. And they're all from here.
She started a petition you can sign on change.org, and she says State Senator Wayne Schmidt's office is helping apply for the memorial with the County Road Commission. Finally, some progress to honor what could be one of northern Michigan's most patriotic families.
Just a little sign that, you know, the Fenlon Brothers Bridge, 7 went, 7 came home, 7 remained something. Just to remember what they did for their country, what they did for the county, what they've done, I don't think should be forgotten.
Kevin Essebaggers, 9 and 10 News at